Hi, in this video we will learn how to handle files in a folder using Visual Basic for application. We have a folder, this folder with 5 files, and using Visual Basic for application we can read them, so we can display a message box with a file name in order. So this is the first file in alphabetic order, this is the second, third, fourth, and fifth. We can count, so we can get a message box with numbers of files inside the folder. So we have 5 files. We can write them. So I can select any cell and get a list with the file's name written in the range. And the most dangerous one, with just one click, we can delete the files. So let's go. So let's start to do it from scratch. I have the same files in another folder. This one, test. Let me copy them in again. So let me copy the files again. So in case we delete, we can restore them from the copy. So I'm going to close the Excel file without saving. I will open a blank one. Before I start, all I need is the folder path. So the files I'm going to handle is located in this folder. So I'm going to copy the file path. Now I will go to the code by right-click any sheet name, view code, or developers Visual Basic, or from the keyboard Alt F11. Inside the code, I'm going to insert a module. In this module, I'm going to create the 4 functions. So I'm going to start by the read one. So I'm going to create a subroutine that reads the file's name. So read all is just a name. You can name it any name. This subroutine requires 2 variables. One variable to carry the folder path, and of course it is just a text, strange text, and another variable to carry the file name, and again file name is just a text. I need to assign my current folder path to the folder path, but I need to add backslash at the end so I can add the file's name and concatenate it to the folder path. We are going to use a very simple function called dir. Dir can return any file inside the folder. So instead of give dir a specific file name, I will use asterisk dot asterisk, which means any files. So in this case, dir function will return the first file in our folder. So if I message box the file name, of course I need to assign the file name to equal whatever I have as the first file in alphabetic order in my folder. I expect, if I run this code, to return the first file name. Now all I need to do is to find a way to loop, to repeat the same dir statement for each file in my folder. To do so, I'm going to use do while. Do while is a very simple statement that repeats a code as long as a condition is true. And the condition in this case is the file name does not equal to blank. So if the file name has any value, I need this name, but I need to go to the next file. To go to the next file, I need to clear the file name by assigning dir with no parameters and looping to the next file. So we clear the file name, we go to the next file, we display the message. We clear the file name. So now I expect, if I run this code, to display the file's name in order. Using the same concept, I can write the file's name. So actually, it is the same code. All I need to do, instead of displaying a message box, I need to go to the active cell and write the file name in this cell. And after I clear the file name, I need to go to the next cell. So I will offset using 1, which means 1 row down in the same column, and activate this cell. So now this code will take the first file name because of this dir statement, write it in the active cell, clear the file name, go to the next cell and activate and select the cell. Because of the loop, it will carry the second file name and it will write it in the active cell and so on. So if I select any cell, C8, I expect if I run this code, the file's name would be written here. So regardless of my start point, because of the offset, it will write the file names row by row in the same column because of 1, which means 1 row down, and 0, which means exact same column. Now, using the same concept, I'm going to count them. To count, I need a variable that can carry number. So I'm going to create a variable as integer, and this variable is equal to 0. And while I'm looping inside the files in the folder, I will add 1 to the x. So now I'm coming with a file name. So x became 1. We use dir to clear the file name. I go to the second file. So x became 2. So I expect this code to return 5. Let's check what's the problem here. So there's a file, there's a dir statement. Oh, we forget to message box f. So we need to message box x. So yes, we have 5 files in this folder. The last one, instead of message the file name, I'm going to delete the file. So it is the same code, but instead of message, I will use kill. Kill will delete any file as long as it has a full path, which includes the folder path, it's my variable, and the file name. So this code is supposed to delete all the files in my folder. So if I run this code, I cannot have the same name. Delete all. So if I run this name, delete all function, it will delete all the files in my folder. Now let's get the files back and see how we can link the four different subroutine into object in my Excel file. So in the Excel file here, I can insert any shape or a picture or an icon and link the code to this shape. So this one, this circle will read. So if I click, it will display the file name in order. And this one will write them. So I can assign a macro to write them. So if I select any cell and click here and so on, and let's try the delete one. So this, let's make a different color, will delete the file from the folder. So I expect if I click on this shape, all the file in my folder will be deleted. That's it. Thank you.